It is 10 minutes. The words of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 17 about being caught up in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. Most people took this literally, but that was a serious misunderstanding. The sky was only a symbolic expression and had other meanings. First, in the Lord's Prayer taught by Jesus, the expression, "Our Father who is in heaven," appears. Is God really in the sky? Has anyone ever seen God in the sky while riding an airplane? Because God is spirit, it cannot be seen with human eyes, as in John chapter 4 verse 24, God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth. Then, where is the heaven where God resides? It refers to heaven, the spiritual world where God resides. In Psalm chapter 84 verse 11, God is compared to the sun. The sun is in the sky. Then, couldn't the place where God like the sun resides be compared to the sky? To summarize, the sky that appears in the Bible is, first, there may be a real sky, but second, it refers to the sky of the spiritual world where God, who is spirit, resides. Lastly, the church and the temple where God works can be compared to the sky. In the Old Testament era, Moses was the shepherd chosen by God. God commanded Moses to make a tabernacle, and Moses made it according to the model of heaven shown by God. As in Exodus chapter 25, verses 8 to 9, you can think of a tabernacle as a modern-day tent. After the tabernacle was completed, God came there and was with the people, as in Exodus chapter 40, verses 34 to 35. Although the tabernacle was made on earth, it can be compared to the sky because it is where God resides. So, in Revelation chapter 13, verse 6, it is written that it is a tabernacle, that is, heaven. Later, the tabernacle was changed into a temple or building by King Solomon. And the temple can also be compared to the sky because there is God like the sun. In the past, the temple was a building. However, the concept of the temple changed from the time of Jesus. God no longer resides in a building, but Jesus, the Son of God, becomes his temple and stays with him. As in John chapter 2 verses 19 to 21, from this, the temple became a person rather than a building, as in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16. Therefore, the place where the true pastor chosen by God, like Jesus, and the saints with him gather becomes the spiritual sky. Then, how can we say this if people in the world of sin are with Jesus? This is what ascended from earth to heaven. In other words, belonging to a pastor and church with God means seeing God in the sky and in the air. 2,000 years ago, going to Jesus meant going to the sky and in the air. Now, let's finally look at the rapture that will occur at the end of time. Will our body really float and be taken up to the sky and in the air? Do you still think that way? No, absolutely not. If our bodies really ascend to the sky, I will quit you too. Just as 2,000 years ago, God wanted people to find Jesus, the true pastor, like the heavenly sky. He also prophesied that people should go to a heavenly place where the true pastor is with God in the end times. God wants to create heaven in the physical world, just like the heaven in the spiritual world. And God wants to come there and be with us forever. That is why Jesus commanded us to pray in the Lord's Prayer, "Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven," as in Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. False shepherds who did not know God's will like this taught according to their own ideas and deceived naive church members. But now everyone has become wiser, and you should never be deceived by these lies. What a great loss it is to be deceived by wrong doctrines, to throw money away, and to break your heart and body. Back in the Middle Ages, false shepherds made indulgences claiming that their sins could be forgiven by God and sold them to people at high prices. If indulgences were still on sale, would you buy them? We'll never buy them. Why? That's nonsense. But it sold like hotcakes at the time. Why is that so? At that time, only the clergy could read the Bible, so the believers were deceived, believing only the words of Shepherd without knowing the Bible. The rapture of ascending to heaven is a lie. If there is anyone who is still deceived by these false doctrines, please recommend our YouTube channel. And when I think about the sky, I also remember the saying that Jesus is coming on a cloud. Will he really come on a cloud? Later, when I have a chance, I will tell you through the Bible what it means that Jesus is coming on a cloud. The content of today's video may be somewhat difficult, so please watch it 2 or 3 times. It was 10 minutes. Thank you.